Emotions play a huge role in an individual's life. Kapag ang isang tao ay maraming binibitbit na damdamin, may mga pagkakataon na ang kanyang damdamin ay nakaka-impluwensya sa kanyang mga nalilikha, sa kanyang mga actions, and there are times na kapag maraming bitbit na damdamin ng isang tao, it affects even the person's relationships. My name is Ken Guillermo.
Hello, my name is Benny Guillermo.
And I'm Lorraine Bagiras.
Regulating emotions, pag-usapan natin on Couch Talk. So today pag-uusapan natin ay yung pag-regulate ng ating emotions. Ano nga ba ang kahulugan ng pag-regulate ng emotion?
Well, kinakailangan magkaroon ng emotion regulation because sa kabilang banda, human beings are prone to emotion dysregulation, right?
Oo.
We live in a world that's full of stress, full of challenges. Sometimes the challenges can be interpersonal, it could be from within, it could be systemic, no? So, kinakailangan natin matutunan. I think that's the number one skill that people need to learn, how to regulate their emotions.
Sa akin, parang yung emotional regulation, ito yung yung pag-enhance ng capacity natin, kapasidad. Kasi nga, sa araw-araw, may mga iba't ibang challenges, stresses, sa everyday lives, may mga changes na kailangan nating harapin. And yun yung, kaya kailangan natin yun, mag-regulate ng ating emotions.
Damdamin, oo.
Tsaka yung mga, di ba, may mga, kunwari, sa mga kabataan, tumataas ang rate ng mga depression,
Oo, correct.
suicide. So, hindi naman yan agad-agad nangyari ng isahan,
Isang bagay.
di ba? Kumbaga, parang accumulation ng mga stresses, challenges na hindi na well-regulate.
One of my preachings, nag-research ako about choices. No? And nakita ko sa mga readings that sa isang araw, no, a normal functioning person, no, would have 35,000 choices. No? Yung functioning nga, hindi naman yung tambay lang. Siyempre, konti lang yung choices nila, di ba? But for a normal functioning person, meron siyang kinahaharap na 35,000 choices. No? Gigising na ba ako o mamaya-maya pa? That's first, di ba? And a lot more. At sa mga choices na ito, merong humaharap na may kasamang damdamin, di ba? At sa maling pinili natin na desisyon, may kasama din itong damdamin, di ba? So, what I'm trying to say is it every day, meron tayong pagkakataong makaharap sa iba't ibang damdamin because of all these choices in life?
Absolutely, no? Any single event could trigger us or activate us into emotion dysregulation, to distress. No? So, kinakailangan as we move forward in making effective choices in life, skill talaga na kailangang matutunan.
Sadyain, ano?
Sasadyain talaga.
Sadyain.
And a functioning individual who makes more than 35,000 choices in life requires na every day, kailangan niyang sadyain, matutunan ang pag-regulate ng emotion.
Ano ba yung danger kapag hindi napaprocess yung emotions? Or wala tayong proper regulation techniques?
Yeah. You know, the dialectical behavior therapy na dinevelop po ni Marshall Linehan, ang kanyang pag-view ng iba't ibang disorders such as depression, anxiety, actually are a result of the inability to regulate your emotions. Pupwede na ang tao ay makadevelop ng maladaptive responses such as depression,
Okay.
avoiding a highly intense situation by going for addictive substances just to avoid being in that
Feeling,
tension
or-
or being in that feeling, no? What else? Pwedeng maging mababaw ang kanyang mga relationships
Okay.
because hindi niya kayang stand yung demands or ano bang mga makukuha sa akin
Right,
if
right.
I stay in this relationship and in this conversation or in this situation. So, pwede yung tao that mag-engage in shallow form of relationships,
Okay.
being avoidant, being an escapist,
Oo.
mag-isolate, just a few forms of having the inability to regulate your emotions.
So, ito yung mga danger, no? Na nabanggit mo. Ate LJ.
maganda maintindihan ng mga nakikinig sa atin na hindi masama yung mga emotions.
Oh,
So,
that's right.
That's
Diba? Sa haharapin natin, minsan masaya, malungkot. Yung emotions itself, hindi siya masama.
Okay.
Hindi masama. And yun nga, parang ang importante doon, yung ability natin to
Oo.
regulate, na harapin yun. And talagang, kasi parang diba, napaka-complex ng humans. Kasi aside sa mga everyday experiences, papasok din yung mga past experiences natin, mga memories, yung mga triggers na tinatawag. Kaya in a day, talagang parang pwede tayong sa dami-dami ng emotions
Oo.
na daanan. Pero
Oo.
importante nga, yung pag-regulate natin, pag-handle natin.
Ang emotions.
Oh, pero isa dun sa nakuha ko sa sharing ni Lorraine, kung hindi ka marunong mag-regulate ng emotion, pwedeng lumiit ang mundo mo eh.
Correct.
Pwedeng lumiit ang mundo mo dahil takas ka ng takas, layo ka ng layo.
Oo.
So, that just tells us how important it is to learn the skill of emotion regulation.
Kapag ang isang tao ay hindi regulated, ano yung manifestations nito sa isang individual at ano yung epekto nito sa mga relationships na meron siya?
Could be anxiety, no? It could be in terms of interpersonal reactions or relationship. Pwede na hindi congruent yung response mo sa tao or response mo sa event, no? Maaring ganun yung itsura ng pakikisalamuhan ng isang taong hindi marunong mag-regulate ng emotions.
Or pwede rin sa makikita sa mga physical behaviors. Yun, yung parang for some reasons, kinakabahan ka,
Yeah.
or yun nga, yung heart rate, tumataas, tapos yung iba naman, meron tinatawag na yung dissociation.
Okay.
Yung parang nag-i-space out ka.
Oo.
Yung andito ka sa present, pero wala ka na talaga, yung parang tulala ka, or
Okay.
yung mind mo, nasa
Oo.
ibang lugar na.
Oo.
And isa din, in addition sa interpersonal, maaari na pagmulan din siya ng mga conflicts, di ba? May yung mga marami
right.
kang sinisisi,
Right,
marami
right.
kang inaaway na ang root lang pala yung sarili mo lang na emotional dysregulation, pero napoproject mo sa ibang tao.
Totoo.
Right.
Ilang beses mo na ba narinig sa isang tao na nagrereklamo about his or her partner with the way the other person manages conflict? Halimbawa, siya kasi pag nag-aaway kami, parang it's either hindi niya i-acknowledge na merong problema or isa silent treatment lang niya ako, no? So, those are actually forms of emotion or parang manifestation na hindi marunong mag-regulate yung tao emotionally. Kasi being in conflict is something uncomfortable, and therefore, because it's uncomfortable, I have to avoid it. Parang ganon.
Meron bang kinalaman ng family, background ng family, sa isang taong hindi nakapagpahayag ng pag-regulate ng emotions?
It can influence, no? Yung deficits in emotion regulation. Lalo na kung yung atmosphere in the family or yung response ng family pagdating sa conflict is, yun nga, you brush it under the rug, let's pretend nothing's wrong, or kung may problema ka, bata ka lang, di ka pwedeng magsalita, quiet ka na lang, things like, pwedeng ito yung pag-ugatan ng emotion or deficits in emotion regulation. So, malaki ang impluensya, ang
Okay.
ambag, no, ng family interaction
Okay.
pagdating sa pagbuo ng kakayahan or kawalan ng kakayahan to regulate the emotion.
Kumbaga parang hindi naman one time suddenly, ay, ang galing ko na mag-regulate
Oo.
ng emotion. Pero, even as young as you are, for kids,
Oo.
natututunan na nila yon.
Oo.
Nade-develop na yung capacity nila. Depende doon sa opportunity na binibigay ng family. So,
Okay.
kung yung mismong family na kinalakihan, bawal pag-usapan ng emosyon, kahit anong pagpapakita ng emosyon ay negatibo, masama, yun din yung kumbaga natututunan ng bata na madadala rin niya
Oh,
sa
nice.
paglaki. Kaya rin maraming tao na yung takot, 'di ba? Hindi pa nga lang dun sa pag-regulate, yung
Oo.
mismo pa lang na may naramdaman sila,
Oo.
takot na sila kasi nga hindi maganda yung parang naging pag-unawa nila dun sa emosyon na yun.
Oh, that's nice, no? So, malaking factor pala yung family, no? Kung saan lumaki yung isang tao. Kasi nakikita ko sa counseling room ng Back to the Bible, may mga kids na rin, di ba? Meaning to say, meron na rin hindi pagproseso ng tama o na maayos. Is it safe to say na kung sa bahay ay dito na siguro na-develop o hindi na-develop yung pag-regulate, is it safe to say na ang mga magulang ay may kapasidad rin na makapagturo kung paano makapag-regulate ang isang tao when it comes to emotions? Siguro, a good question is, ano nga ba yung larawan, no? Ano nga ba yung mga practice ng isang taong nagre-regulate? Siguro para sa mga viewers natin, yeah, I'm hearing you, no? So, what can we do no, to have a regulating exercise in the family, as an individual?
Yeah. I guess at base, simulan natin doon sa binahagi kanina, no, early on ni Ate Lorraine, yung tipong you have to have a better understanding of emotion. And that is the fact na walang mali na emosyon, no? I even caution myself against using the terms positive emotion or negative emotion kasi it's
May
as
maling
if
ka agad.
oo, parang yun nga, parang meron kang mga emosyon na dapat i-judge,
Oo.
no? I always say this to my patients na your emotion is amoral. Okay? Walang moralidad ang emotion. Nagkakaroon ito ng sense of rightness or wrongness kapag meron ka nang ini-introduce na action as you express that emotion. So, if
Okay.
you are angry, nakaramdam ka ng anger, in and of itself, hindi ka nagkakasala. Right? Pero kung sa iyong anger or pag-express ng iyong anger ay nakasapak ka ng tao, nakapatay ka na ng tao sa isip mo, then that tells you already about your inability and to a certain degree your maturity in some aspects of your life. So begin with the a healthy understanding of emotion, no? Emotions have a powerful way of telling you something significant about yourself and the people around you. So start from there, okay? The second thing that probably we can do, no, lalo na kanina yung sinabi mo na matutulungan ko ba yung bata, no, to regulate? Absolutely, no. We have mirror neurons, and if a parent can provide, no, yung pagmo-model ng paparaan kung paano maging mag-regulate, that would be so powerful. In counseling and in therapy, we believe in corrective emotional experience. So kung sa pamilya ninyo, pinanggalingan ng pamilya nyo, hindi kayo masyadong maalam, magaling, adept, or skilled in dealing with and regulating through emotions, then maybe it's not yet too late, no, to learn how to do emotion regulation. So, simulan natin by providing this corrective emotional experience. And one form of providing corrective emotional experience is kapag nagtatantrums yung bata, wag mong sasaway na, hey, magsitigil kayo! Mga ganong bagay, no? Parang, lagi-lagi na lang, no? You can always do some measures. You do a lot of work with kids, right? So, what do you do with kids pagdating sa tantrums or emotion dysregulation?
So, pag sa kids na ganyan, meron silang mga tantrums, very important to co-regulate.
Okay.
So, importante na maintindihan ng mga adults na yung mga children, wala pa silang ganun capacity to regulate. Mga adults nga wala din.
Oo nga.
Karamihan nga ng adults walang capacity. So,
So, hindi
much
pa sila
more,
familiar.
lalo na yung mga bata. So, pagka co-regulation, ang nangyayari doon, importante na yung adult present, nire-regulate din niya yung emotions niya. So, pwede siyang mag-deep breathing in front of the kids. So, ako kunwari, pag sa mga hinahandle ko na kids, talagang nag-ano ako, okay, inhale, exhale, ginagawa ko, or nagmo-move ako. Kasi pag naramdaman nila na nagre-regulate ako, kasi nararamdaman ko rin yung stress eh. Pag nararamdaman na nagre-regulate ako, parang makakalma rin yung kids. ganito pala yung pag-regulate. Ganun. So, may ganong ability yung ano natin, yung brain and bodies natin.
Oh, that's nice, no?
Yeah.
So, ang ganda nun, no? Kasi yung mga bata, hindi pa formed yung kanilang mga tools, no? To act on or to engage the emotions. So, before we end, siguro, kung may mga nanonood ng mga parents din dito, or kahit yung mga singles or adults, no? Who would want to have proper techniques or tools para makapag-regulate ng kanilang mga emotions. Ano yung mga on the top of your head? Sigurado ako, marami na kayong mga nabahaging techniques, no, with people. But what's your favorite technique sa pag-regulate ng emotion?
Gosh, there are a lot. But of course, number one, I always say, befriend your breathing. Your breathing is your ally in terms of managing your emotions. Your breathing should be your friend, your companion in the thick of a distressing emotion. The second thing is, my favorite is actually talking to my emotion.
Okay.
Yeah. So it starts with observing, kasi sometimes the emotion dysregulation happens na ikaw lang, nasa kwarto ko lang, minsan nasa CR ka lang, parang bigla kang nakaramdam ng strong emotion. So sometimes I just take a step back, I notice and observe without judging the emotion yet. And then the second thing is I try to describe it with words, if not words, maybe metaphors or images. Like I feel happy right now. I feel pleasured right now. Para akong kumakain ng cotton candy. See, there's no judging of it na parang ang tamad ko naman today, 'di ba?
So you're being kind to yourself.
Just being kind, observing, describing, and then if I really want to enhance yung sinasabi ni Ate Lorraine kanina, enhance my capacity to hold an emotion, I participate in the experiencing of emotions effectively and fully.
Very
So
good.
that's my way of emotion regulation.
What about you?
Sa akin naman yung isa sa favorite ko yung body scan.
I like that.
So siguro dahil nga physical therapist din ako. So
Oo.
yung body talaga natin, feeling ko marami siyang messages,
Oo.
signal sa atin. So yung body scan, kumbaga, para din siyang yung observing. So magpo-pause ka muna and just observe yung body mo. Ano bang nafe-feel mo? Yung heart rate mo ba tumataas? Nagpapawis ka ba? Or ano ba, parang mabigat na ba yung shoulders mo? Yung ganun. And then, yung ina-add ko, although nagbe-breathing din ako, minsan pag sobrang stress na, parang hindi na kaya ng inhale, exhale, walang nangyari. So, effective sa akin talaga yung movement. So,
Okay.
I move. Yung iba, parang feeling nila, diba, pag pagod ka, huwag kang gumalaw.
Oo.
Pero sa akin, based on my own experience, parang pag pagod ako, tapos minove ko siya, mas nalilesen yung stress. Kasi parang yung metaphor ko, parang ang daming energy na naka-stuck sa body ko. Tapos with movement, with dance, siya, parang nare-release. Tapos any movement, you just follow your body. Kung shoulder yung masakit,
Oo.
move your shoulders. Hindi kailangan may may TikTok dance
Oo,
ka, may
oo.
choreographer ka, gano'n.
But
Parang ikaw lang.
movement, no? It's very important.
Yeah.
So thank you very much. Anything to add?
Kanina I mentioned about talking to your emotion, and the first 3 steps, observing, describing, and then participating. Those are preliminary steps, no? Being mindful that, hey, nakakaramdam ako ng emotion. And then you start talking to that emotion. So for example, you feel anxious, no? And for me, my practice has always been, you treat anxiety, depression, sadness as if you are talking to a child in tantrums, no? And usually, itong child in tantrums, because of their limited capacity to explain, they actually have something to say.
Yes. Oo.
And as the person feeling that emotion, or as the
Oo nga,
caregiver
oo nga.
na
Good.
nandyan, nasa harapan yung batang nagtatantrum, it is my responsibility to try to decode what it wants to
Oo.
say. And how do I do it? Yun na nga, di ba? Yung tatlo, observe, describe, and participate in it. And then you start talking. Okay, tell me what is it that you want. And I talk to my emotion that way. Like, okay, anger, I've been feeling you for quite a long time now. You were with me yesterday, and now you're still here in front of me. What is it that I'm not yet seeing? What is it that you're trying to tell me?
Okay.
Okay? And then you stay in a mindful moment, no? Just para makita mo yung answer that yourself needs to hear so that you would know how to respond better to that emotion.
That's very good, no? So, I like it, no, na tatratuhin mo yung feelings mo. Kasi there are times na we are very reactive, di ba? May feelings ako, I will act on it immediately. I like it, no? And thank you, no, for movement, no? I like that, no? So, for our power card today, no, here's what I will say, no? Respect your feelings and act with respect. So, sana nga po sa mga nakikinig sa atin, ano, let's respect our feelings, but when we act on it, let's act with respect. So, muli po, ako po si Kenneth Guillermo. Kasama natin si Benny at si Lorraine saying, mas makabuluhan ang usapan kapag inuupuan. This is Couch Talks.